When we look to manage our finances, we certainly need to consider how to best protect them. One of the ways to protect our assets and finances is through life insurance. There are two basic types: individual life insurance, which is the most common, and it's purchased through individual agents or agencies, and it's extended to the individual or individuals. Under group life insurance, that is generally between an agency and either an employer or a union or professional association, whereby their members or employees are covered through that group life insurance. Typically, there are two types of insurance: term insurance or permanent insurance. And they are as they sound. So the term insurance is just for a specified term, generally longer than 1 year, but after it expires, there's no other buildup of cash or any kind of benefits. So if the term is not renewed, then the coverage lapses and there's no payment to the beneficiary in the event of a death. In a permanent insurance situation, that is just as it sounds. It's for the life of the insured. And the permanent life insurance policies also do have a savings component, so they can build up cash value to help families meet any kind of an emergency or special goal, or even provide some income for the retirement years. The other way that we look to protect our assets and finances is through protection from identity theft. And so the question becomes, how do they even steal our identities? Well, that is a loaded question because there's many different ways that thieves do steal identities. One of them is through dumpster diving. They can go through our trash looking for bills or documents that bear our personal information. They can do something called skimming. That's where they steal your credit or debit card numbers by using some sort of a storage device. There is something called phishing, where they pretend to be your bank or other financial trusted institution, and they send you a pop-up message or an email to try to get your personal information told to them. They can also change your address on your financials, so they can divert your statements. They can change it to another location so that you wouldn't even know that there is any kind of fraud or theft going on because it's not even coming to your particular home or address. Stealing. They can simply just steal your wallet, purse, or mail. They can even bribe folks that they know are in a position to have access to those kind of personal documents in their line of work. And also pretexting. They can use false pretenses to obtain personal information. It's very scary when we think about all the different ways that they can and will steal our identity. So once they do that, what do they do with that stolen identity? Now what? Well, the question is, what don't they do? So credit card fraud. They can open new credit cards on your behalf. They can divert your statements, as we were talking about earlier, to another location. And by the time you know that your identity has been stolen and credit has been taken out on your behalf, it may be too late, and now it's in collection. They can certainly do what we know as phone or utility frauds, where there's a new phone obtained, or they get electricity, heat, or cable at a location that they desire in your name. There is bank and finance fraud. They can create counterfeit checks, open bank accounts, even take out a loan. Government documents fraud. They can obtain your driver's license. They can obtain government benefits. They can file a fraudulent tax return. They can even get a job, rent a house, or even provide your information during an arrest. How scary is that? And who is there to help you at this time? You know, there's a lot of stories in the news about folks whose identity is stolen and they have no recourse. They don't know who to turn to because there's not an internet police or an identity police, so to speak. You can file a police report, but certainly a lot of theft happens even online, and that becomes very taxing to the one whose identity has been stolen. So if you dream it, they will do it. You need to check out also a few episodes of American Greed, whereby stolen identity has gone to extreme lengths, and it's very, very scary. So that's another thing that we need to consider when we're protecting and managing our finances.